If you're a chocolate person, this is it right here. No need to look anywhere else. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I'm gonna share with you one of my favorite dessert recipes. This is a brownie recipe that is not only low carb, but it's also high in protein. Now, the best thing about this recipe is that it is literally made with just 2 ingredients. Now, this is one of my most viral recipes ever to exist. Now, this is just an updated version, okay? So 2025 updated version. It is easy, it's nutritious, and it's just as good, if not better, than the real deal, okay? So we're gonna get started. I have my eggs right here, and we have our chocolate chips. So you're gonna do your favorite low carb chocolate chips. Use something that is sweetened with allulose, with monk fruit, with stevia. Literally whichever chocolate chips you typically use now will work for this recipe. I'm just trying to keep it low carb. I also like to keep myself diabetic friendly. So if you have friends and family that are diabetic or are on a weight loss journey, then these are recipes that you can share with them because they can be super, super helpful, especially if they have a sweet tooth, okay? So we're gonna get started. Take this into the microwave. If you don't use a microwave, just do it stovetop and then just melt your chocolate chips, okay? Chocolate chips do tend to be a bit delicate. So you wanna make sure you stir like every 20 seconds. And I know it's a bit of a hassle, but trust me, you don't want to burn your chocolate because once it's burned, it's done. And no one's trying to waste this much high quality chocolate chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I will show you what the consistency looks like before we mix in our eggs. Okay, so this took about 1.5 minutes, but this is basically what you're looking for. So it is nice and silky and smooth. Sometimes you have to put a little bit of like arm workout just to make sure that it doesn't overcook. Anyway, you just don't want to burn your chocolate. So sometimes you just want to go ahead and mix it a little and make sure that you dissolve the last of the chocolate chips. So we have our melted chocolate. Now in here, what we're going to do is just toss in our eggs. So you want to make sure that they get frothy. Try to get them like a little bit airy. It's just gonna help with like the texture at the end of the day. But if you don't, they'll still turn out. They're just gonna be like a little more dense, that's all. And I know you're probably thinking like, Myra, how are you making brownies with just eggs and chocolate chips? Trust me, they taste like brownies. They look like brownies, they taste like brownies, the texture's on point, they're fudgy, they're chocolatey, they're just amazing. Like, I'm telling you, this is one of my most viral videos on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. Thousands and thousands of people have made them and they love them. So if you haven't tried this recipe, this is one that you have to try, okay? Especially if you love brownies, because I feel like these are just, they're like completely guilt-free. If you're on a weight loss journey, you're like, Myra, I love desserts. Like, what's a dessert that I can have that is not gonna take me off track? Well, this is one of them, okay? Because think about it, you're doing sugar-free chocolate chips and eggs. You don't even have to feel bad about them. They have high protein, they have low sugar. Yeah, like the only calories that you're really getting from this are like the ones in the chocolate chips, right? Eggs are just really low in calories. They just have like they're like the perfect balance. So I'm trying to get them to get like frothy and just get them a little airy, and then we'll mix them together. So these are the bubbles that we're looking for. This is like the airiness. I mean, this is pretty much as you're gonna get, unless, and you know what? I've actually never tried doing this, but right now, just thinking out loud, it's you and me. Imagine whisking the egg whites to stiff peaks, and then like once they were like super stiff, just throw in the egg yolks so it's still like very airy, and then mixing it into the chocolate. Okay, if you try it, let me know, because I would love to actually test that out and see how that would turn out. So here we have our 2 ingredients to make our brownies. Okay, that is it. Like, when have you ever heard of a recipe with just 2 ingredients to make a brownie mixture, or like to make brownies that usually takes at least like 7 ingredients? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is get these babies mixed together. I could have probably tossed the eggs in here, but sometimes I just like making my life a little harder, you know? And we're gonna just get all of this mixed together. We're gonna toss it into our brownie pan. Now you can top it with whatever you want. This is literally just the base. You can top it with almonds, with pecans, with walnuts. You can peanut butter. I mean, you can do anything, but this is just the perfect base. Now we're going to mix. And this right here is gonna transform into our brownie batter. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. I feel like it's not as thick as a regular brownie batter, but this is what it's gonna look like. So in case you're making this with me, this is what you're looking for, okay? All right, so we have our brownie batter and we have our brownie pan. We're gonna line it with some parchment just to make our life easier for cleanup. I always spray a little bit of avocado oil. I feel like it's a hack to keep the parchment in place because sometimes it just doesn't cooperate. A little inside, and we pour in. Now, this is completely optional, but if you're someone who likes like salted caramel or anything like that, I also feel that salt like really enhances the flavors. So just kind of top it with a little bit of flaky salt. And you can also do it like once they come out, but I feel like if you do it now, it just kind of flavors your brownies while they're cooking versus like just kind of topping it and having it as a topping. Okay, so you just want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Now this is going in for 30 minutes and I cannot wait to show you the texture of these babies. So that's going to be in for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to make myself a quick smoothie. Chocolate peanut butter is my favorite. So I usually just do a full scoop. Everything's already in here. Collagen, peanut butter, banana powder, coconut. It's coconut milk powder. It has reishi mushrooms, like nothing but good for you ingredients. You guys already know if you've been following me for a while. This is the one from Flav City. The chocolate peanut butter is my favorite. I do like the vanilla as well, but it has 25 grams of protein, 10 grams of collagen. But the ingredients is what really sets it apart. It's grass-fed whey protein, organic banana powder, grass-fed collagen, peanut butter, and then it has like obviously the organic coconut milk powder and cordyceps and reishi and stevia and monk fruit. And I love that because, you know, sugar at the end of the day, we're not trying to just eat sugar for no reason, especially if we don't have to, right? Yeah, and I love that we don't even have to actually blend this. You can literally just shake it kind of like on the go. It's just like super, super convenient. But I've been using them for years. I have a discount code. I'll leave it linked for you. It's Myra15 and it'll get you 15% off on their entire site. They actually have so many different products. And what I like about Flav City is that all of their stuff is like clean ingredients, like good for you ingredients. They really, really focus on products without natural flavors, without preservatives, without gums. So a lot of the products out there do have them. And this is one that you can rest assured doesn't. So remember, this isn't just a protein powder. This is actually a protein smoothie. So it has everything in it, like the collagen, the peanut butter, the banana. Like you don't have to add those things because it's already in there and the flavor is really, really good. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put some ice. I'm gonna enjoy this and then we'll take those brownies out in about, I would say roughly about 30 minutes and wait until you see the texture. Guys, I'm telling you, the fact that these are made with just 2 ingredients and they taste like the real deal is what really sets this recipe apart. You'll have to see for yourself. Oh, yeah, look at this. Ooh, these are gonna be so good. Okay, so this is what your brownies are gonna look like right when they come out. And don't get me wrong, they will deflate a little, but guys, look at this. Oh man, it has like a nice little crisp, like a crust on the outside. And I'm telling you, inside it's gonna be nice and chocolatey. So we'll let it sit for a little bit, then we'll cut in and do the taste test. All right guys, so we've let these sit out for about 20 minutes. And as you can tell, they do flatten out quite a bit because they look really bubbly and, you know, when they first come out. But this is the final here. I'm trying to be even, Steven. So let's go here. We're gonna go ahead and just cut right in. This is something that I will be having with either a glass of ice cold milk or some cafecito. All right, this little guy is calling my name. Ooh, look at that. It's like, I'm telling you, it has like a nice crust on the outside and it's like fudgy on the inside. So I don't have my lechita, but we're just gonna do a taste test together. Cheers. The little crunch from the edge. You would never know that this is not like a regular brownie. It is fudgy, chocolatey. You could have this with ice cream on top. If you're a chocolate person, this is it right here. No need to look anywhere else. I just need a little milk. That's all I need right now. And this is like perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. Seriously, every time I make this recipe, I understand why it goes viral. Like, I understand why people make it and share it and then remake it. And that's the beauty of recipes like this, because they are so easy. They literally hit the spot every single time. I'm telling you, desserts like this are where it's at. I mean, I have my weight loss guide. I told you guys about it. I will leave it linked in the description below. I have recipes for desserts, breakfast, lunches, snacks. I talk about intermittent fasting. I basically walk you through step by step on what's worked for me, for my daughter, for thousands of people. So I will leave that for you. Grab it, especially if you are either about to get started, you're just starting off, you don't really know where to go, or if you have friends and family that are on that page. Things like this could be really, really helpful. But guys, the recipe is in the description. It is so easy. It's one of those recipes, it's like, do you really need a recipe? But if you do want to follow something, it will be in there for you. But yeah, at the end of the day, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.